Good day, folks. Welcome to Bright Mind Academy, where we bring brilliance to every lesson. This is a question 4 under the same question paper, May June 2022. Now, before I move on, uh, for the previous question that we last did, for question 3, please note that the value of r should be between negative should be between -1 and 1. And when you solve there, before I move on, when you solve there, it should be a negative t plus 3 divided by 2 less than -1 less than 1. Then when I multiply on both sides, it should be negative t plus 3 less than 2. Then when I distribute this to the other side, this 3 is going to be -5 less than negative t less than 2. Therefore, when I divide by 5, it's going to be, remember when I divide by 5, it's 5 greater than t greater than 2. But remember, we do not have inequality with these signs, right? So instead, we're going to say less than, and change this signs to 2 and 5. So this is the answer, the correct answer. All right, please fix that. So let's move on to question, actually the exact question for question 4 here. Question 4. It says the graph of g of x, it is equal to a into 1 over 3 to the power of x plus 7 passes through a point E, right? Calculate the value of E. So calculate the value of E. Let's just substitute this point here, right? So you're going to say, when you substitute, it's going to be 10. It is equal to a to the power of a into 1/3 to the power of -2 plus 7. So when I take this 3 to the other side, this 7 to the other side rather is going to be 3. It is equal to, remember, 1 divided by a is the same as a to the power of -1, right? So I'm going to apply that here. I'm going to say it is equal to 3 to the power of -1 multiplied by -2, which is the same. Do you all agree with me when I say -1 multiplied by -2 is going to be how much? It's going to be +2, right? So this is the same as saying this is 3 to the power of 2. But what is 3 to the power of 2? It's going to be 3 to the power of 2, it is 9a. Therefore, the value of a, it is 1 divided by 3. All right? First, mark substitution using laws of exponents, getting the value of a. Let's note this. So it means now our equation is like this. G of x, it is equal to 1 divided by 3 to the power of x plus 7. But please take note of this. These have the same base, right? So this is the same as me saying a multiplied by a to the power of m, which is the same as a. Remember, if the base are the same and they multiply each other, the exponents will add 1 plus m, because here it has an exponent of 1, right? You all agree with me? So let's apply that law here. When we apply that law here, we're gonna have g of x as what? 1 over 3. What? You can say 1 plus x or x plus 1. When you add, the order does not matter. 1 over 3 to the power of x plus 1 plus 7. All right? Yes, you can write it like this. 4.2 says calculate the coordinate of y-intercept of g. Y-coordinate of y-intercept of g. All right? The coordinate. Remember, for y-intercept, you let x equal to 0. Let x equal to 0. So it's going to be y, it is equal to, you can use this equation, all right, 0 plus 1 plus 7. When I punch that to my calculator, I get something like, I haven't punched it on my calculator, but I see when I think 22 divided by 3, but let's check. Plus 7, I think 22 divided by 3, yes. So you get your answer as 22 divided by 3. But now they want it in terms of coordinates. So it's easy. You're gonna say, all right, if x was 0, my y coordinate was 22 divided by 7. All right, yes. Answer only, you can get 2 marks from answer only, but both x and y value, right? Yes. Consider h of x. Now we have h of x, which it is equal to 1 divided by 3 to the power of x. All right. Remember, this is a g of x, this part. This is g of x, right? So 4.3.1 says, describe the transformation from g to h. From g to h, g was what? G, let's say this is g of x, then this is h of x. Let's see the transformation. G of x was 1 divided by 3, x plus 1 plus 7. How did it transform to what? To g of x, which is only 1 divided by 3 to the power of x. All right. The first thing that I can see from here, this is plus 0, right? From 7 to 0, which is our, remember this is q, right? This is q, so it moves up or downwards. So I see from here to here there is a what? 7 units downwards. 7 units down reflection, right? Translation, right? So this is translated 7 units downwards. All right, let's see here. Look, here it is x plus 1, here it is x plus 0. So how do I move from x plus 1 to x plus 0? So you agree that we subtracted 1, right? But remember, when we deal with x, when you minus, it means you're moving towards the. Okay, let me explain it like this. Remember, in our functions, grade 11 functions and grade 12 functions, when I have x plus 1 here, when I have x plus 1, it tells me my graph shifted to the left 1 unit. Why am I saying it shifted to the left 1 unit? Because when I say x plus 1 it is equal to 0, it gives me x it is equal to negative 1, right? Now, if this moves to the left, so how can I make this become 0? So it means I should shift to the right. I should shift to the right 1 unit. And if I shift to the right 1 unit, if I have x plus 1, if I shift 1 unit to the right, it means I have to subtract 1. Why? Because when I add 1, I move towards the left, but when I move to the right, I subtract 1. This is very important. So this is going to be a 1 unit to the 1 unit to the right. I know it's weird, but yes, it's 1 unit to the right. All right, so let's write this formally. So we're gonna say translation, actually translated what? 7 units downwards and 1 unit to the right. All right, important part. 7 units down, 1 unit right. These are where your marks will be at. I believe you're following. I strongly believe you're following. If not, please watch the videos under functions so that you can see this weirdness of x here, x plus 1 or x minus 1, which we call the vertical shift. All right, so I'm done with this. 4.3.2 says determine the equation of the inverse. So remember, if I have y it is equal to a to the power of x, how do I get my inverse? I say y it is equal to log of whatever this thing is here. I just put it here, a to the power of x. This is me finding my log. All right, yes. Another example, y it is equal to, let's do numbers now, 3 to the power of b. How do I get my log graph? I'm going to say y it is equal to just log and just take this as it is. Take this as it is and come put it here. And put it here, something like this. This is your log graph. All right. This is how you get log. So let's apply the same here. Determine the equation of the inverse of h in the form of y is equal to something. So if this is your original, you know that your log will be your inverse. Remember inverse of exponential. Inverse of exponential, it is log. Inverse of log, it is exponential. All right. So I'm gonna say y it is equal to log of what? I take everything that as it is to the power of x to the power of x. This is your 2 marks. This is your 2 marks. But yes, answer only is 2 marks, but you can also learn the steps. How do I get? I'm gonna say y it is equal to, just write this. Let's say you do not know the steps that I just show you. You're gonna say this is my equation of h, right? So the first thing that I do what? I swap x and y. Remember, how do I get my inverse? I reflect across the line y it is equal to x. So I'm just interchanging x and y, right? If I do so, what do I get? I get x it is equal to what? 1 divided by 3 to the power of y, right? But now I want to get y by itself. So normally what I say is that, all right, you're gonna say y it is equal to, but are you aware that you dropped this y illegally? So, right? So remember, if you want to fly from this country to another country, you have to have a visa or whatever that they call there, or passport, whatever, right? So this one dropped from this country to another country. You see where is y at located right now. So y needs a visa. How do you get a visa? You get a visa from the log. Then you do what? You just replace everything with whatever that we have. Remember, this is the base, right? So the base will remain the base. Then this will just change the position and it will become x, right? So remember, how do you call this? It is y is equal to log x base a. Let's see, log x base a. So this is the base. So hence I'm saying the base remains the base. All right. So yeah, that's all for question 4. Let's meet on question 5, hoping that I did not do any mistake again.